Hi everybody and welcome to today's Season 3 DLC prediction video. And the question that we're trying to answer today is Season 3 DLC for Dragon Ball FighterZ a Tournament of Power themed DLC season? We already received Kefla, we received UI Goku, and we received the version of Master Roshi that is definitely the Tournament of Power version of Master Roshi. They also added some dramatic finishes that were related to Tournament of Power with UI Goku and Kefla and Jiren. But unfortunately, we did not get a Tournament of Power stage, which would have been really cool. But that's beside the point. So the point of this is that it seems like they're going for a Tournament of Power theme, or at least a lot of people, especially on Twitter, think that this is a Tournament of Power themed season. But I actually disagree with this idea. While I initially thought this might be the case when the season first started, when I took a deeper dive into the Season 3 poll data, we can start to come to other conclusions. So let's take a look here at the top 17 most wanted characters for Season 3 DLC. And we see Master Roshi number 1, we received him. And then Omega Shenron is second most wanted at 57%. Then we have Mr. Satan, Raditz, Majin Vegeta, Dabura. Then we have at number 7th place with 46.9%, Toppo. So Toppo is the first character on this list from Tournament of Power. So if this was a Tournament of Power themed season, we should expect Toppo, likely the God of Destruction version, added in this DLC season. But if we keep going, we have Baby Vegeta, not Tournament of Power, Super Buu, not Tournament of Power, Vegeta Super Saiyan 4, Pikkon, Oob, Super Saiyan 4, Gogeta, Goku Super Saiyan 4, Future Gohan, Whis, and Tapion. None of those characters fought in the Tournament of Power arc. Now, Whis was featured in Tournament of Power, on the sidelines, but if you add Whis, is that really a Tournament of Power theme? I guess you can argue that. However, it seems pretty clear to me that Arc System Works and Bandai have no intention of adding Whis. He doesn't have a significant enough of a moveset to add him in. They'd have to do a lot of creative liberties with it. And Whis already has a lobby avatar, which is the same reason why I don't think Majin Vegeta will be added to the game. But you could make the argument that just because a character's not in the top 17 or top 18 doesn't necessarily mean they won't be added to the game. Now in Season 2, not a single character that was added was not in the top 18 of the last poll. But you could argue that a character that is close to the top 18 or top 17 might still make it in the game if their favorability is high enough. So let's take a look at the full list of favorability and want percentage for each of these characters and see how popular is the next Tournament of Power character on the most wanted list. Okay, so let's go down the list here. We can see Whis, Tapion, Moro, Mercenary Tao, personal favorite of mine, and Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue Evolved. He's the first character on the list from Tournament of Power after Toppo. And we can see he's the 20th most wanted character with a 28.79% want percentage. And I know it says 21 next to Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, but you have to subtract one because the first row was just labels. So a full Tournament of Power themed season does not look very promising now, because the next Tournament of Power character is Super Saiyan Blue Evolved after Toppo, and he's the 20th most wanted character with also a 51.5% do not want rating. So, I mean, a majority of players don't even want this character, and he's the next most popular Tournament of Power character. I've talked about Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Vegeta before in his own dedicated video talking about all the pros and cons going for him and against him to be added to the game. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a tag. So now I want to talk about something real briefly because a lot of people bring it up, is they think maybe Ribrianne might be added to Season 3 DLC. And I really do not think this would happen. Let's just take a look at how popular Ribrianne actually is. Okay, so here's Ribrianne's data. We can see only 11.4% of Dragon Ball FighterZ players want Ribrianne in the game, and a whopping 64.5% do not want her in the game. So, like, and then 10% of people don't even know who she is. So, like, there's a lot of passionate people here because ambivalence is only 13.5%, and most of that passion is behind do not want in the game. And we can see here on the data that Ribrianne is the 70th most wanted character. So the only way this character is making it into the game is if the Bandai is like, fuck profit. That's not gonna happen. The only other way that it's going to happen, though, is if Ribrianne's crazy popular in Japan. Like 85-90% plus of Japanese players want the character in the game, then maybe it can make up for the almost 65% do not want in the West. Because most of the people this poll is conducted by someone who speaks English, and most of the people that I've seen in the comments also speak English. So there probably isn't a lot of Japanese representation in this poll. So unless the Japanese audience or players really want Ribrianne, this definitely is not going to happen. So this is why I don't agree that this season is actually going to be a full Tournament of Power themed DLC season, because there isn't even any evidence that suggests that there's a likely possibility that this would even happen. So we got Topo, right? And then that's it, that in terms of likely DLC. So I will say this, though, that if it is a Tournament of Power themed season, then the last character other than Topo would have to really be popular in Japan. And I just don't have that data, so I can't necessarily agree that this is definitely a Tournament of Power themed season. At best, I think if this is a Tournament of Power themed season, it's only going to be majorly Tournament of Power. So if that's the case, then we might get Topo, right? And then some other last character that is not related to Tournament of Power. But as you probably know, I have my own ideas as to what's going to happen for the rest of this season. And the first character on my prediction, Master Roshi, did come true. So that's looking good. And the next video that I'll be releasing is an update to my Season 3 prediction, which is the last two characters that I expect that we'll get in Season 3. So keep an eye out for that. It will be out in a few days. And as always, thanks for watching. I'm Wish for Roshi, and I'll see you in the next video.